ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Red Bull Ring here in Austria for round number 8 of the DTM Trophy. It's round 4, race number 8 of the DTM Trophy. As we can see, the cars are making their way to the grid for the final race of the weekend. A little bit of housekeeping though. We saw that yesterday Mike David Ortmann did get, not disqualified, he got a 5-second penalty, which indeed took his race victory away and put him in 4th position at the end of the race. That was overturned. So yesterday, Mike David Ortmann actually won the race. So that means that Ben Green finished in 2nd, and that means that also Jan Zimmer finished in 3rd spot. So that was overturned after an appeal. So that was what happened yesterday. So now we head to today. This is going to be pretty exciting, that's for sure. We have indeed got our championship 2nd position in 2nd position on the grid, and Ortmann is actually on pole position for this race. So really going to be exciting with our championship leader Ben Green just in behind in 3rd spot. However, how is everyone doing on YouTube? How's everyone doing on DTM.grid? Wherever you're watching around the world, hopefully you are indeed well. We've only got ourselves 10 minutes until we get going here, so they indeed will come around, do their formation lap, and the job is a good one. As the fans are packed into the stands right now, they are super, super excited. Congratulations to Liam Lawson as well. Double race win this weekend. Been absolutely incredible for him. Home race for the team as well, so fair play. But he is absolutely a superstar in the making, isn't he? But now it's time for the DTM Trophy to showcase the skill set they have. And I'll tell you what, if you've been watching for the entirety of this season and last season, you know that we are going to see fireworks. It always is fireworks. Yesterday we had so many penalties because of track limits. We had like 20 times deleted in qualifying yesterday for track limits as well. So they've had as many warnings as you could possibly give them. Today is all about keeping it within the mayo and the mustard and making sure that you do indeed get to that finish line with no penalties and see where you lie. So yeah, welcome to everybody who is in the stream. I'm just posting my name into the chat. My name is @ControlVision on Twitter and on Instagram. If you want to send me a picture on there of how you're watching, by all means do so. Always a little bit of fun to have with you. And if you want to say hello in the chat and tell me where you're watching from, you can also post in the YouTube chat. I'm keeping an eye on it. Obviously during the race it'll be a bit more difficult, but in terms of now, the next 10 minutes, we can have a little conversation. Let me know who you're supporting. Let me know where you're from. Patrick Partenheimer, you got both on. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. As all of the cars start to line up, they've got their final checks to go. And then we'll have one formation lap behind the pace car, and then it will be a 30 minutes plus 1 lap timed race. So number 90 there, Nico Verdonk. Makes his way into position. There's Lucas Maron. Starts himself down in 7th position. Not as high as yesterday. But with no ballast in the car, can the Audi, we know that it's very quick in a straight line, can the Audi potentially make some inroads? So they're all just making their way up through. There's Salonen with his best start of the season. So we've got Preston then watching from Wisconsin. Nice. Lonnie's from Germany. Obviously supporting Moritz. Supporting Ben Green. Nice. He's been brilliant this season. Ben Green's got a big old fan club. Watching from the Algarve in Portugal. Nice, John. Sato watching in Japan. Love to see that. So yeah, welcome to everybody watching. So just a final check here. 5 minutes to go before our formation lap. Oh, I'm excited for this one. And there's no Mike Ortmann. So I did see in a graphic earlier on that there was a DNS next to Ortmann's car. Here's Tregurtha then. Does Tregurtha start pole? Just waiting for some information here. But it looks like Ortmann has not made the grid today. Who should be starting from pole position. So Ortmann is not starting the race today. There's no reason as of yet either. So Tregurtha starts on pole, effectively. And that bumps Ben Green up to second. So a bit of drama here, ladies and gentlemen. Pole sitter is not starting the race. Wow. So that's indeed going to improve the chances of Tregurtha, of course. It's going to improve the chances of Ben Green. Tim Heinemann, last season's champion, of course. Right up the sharp end today, which should prove to be a nice bit of fun. Moritz Lerner then. A lot of sim racing fans are getting behind Moritz Lerner this season. Definitely learning every single race he takes part in. And today starts in P4 overall now. It was 5, now P4. Michael Schreit is going to start in P6, but P5 now because of the missing pole sitter. Here's Lucas Mauron then, the Swiss-Brazilian. So again, he gets bumped up one position as well. Everybody gets bumped up one position. Nico Verdonk, everybody's favourite Belgian, for ring racing in the number 90. So 1 minute 50 seconds before we do indeed embark upon our formation lap. Matthias Salonen for CV Performance in the number 84. He starts down in 9th position, or effectively 8th now. He'll be next to Hoffer Racing by Bonk Motorsports driver Philip Stolschmidt. And there he is. Jan Zimmer there, the number 50, just in behind. So we now have 60 seconds to go. Theo Uverhelsen, who thought he had his first podium yesterday and was stood on the podium, unfortunately, doesn't work out. Finished 4th in the end as Ortmann was given back that P1. So here we are then. Time for the formation lap for race number 2 of the weekend, the final race of the weekend. Will Tregurtha will take them away. Motorsport, Tregurtha finished dead last yesterday. Lost the championship lead to Ben Green. This time out, he starts right at the front. So a chance of redemption. So then here is your grid. Mike David Ortman does not start. Tregurtha, Ben Green, then Tim Heinemann, Moritz Lerner, Michael Schrey, Lucas Mauron and Nico Verdonk, Matthias Salonen and Philipp Stolschmidt. Then it's Jan Zimmer, Theo Uverhaus, Christopher Rink, Florian Janitz, Laura Krahamer, Dennis Fetzer, Stefan Cox, David Michal Sherman, Sophie Hoffman and Maximilian Schmidt. And then last but by absolutely no means least, Sebastian Cornely for Haida Motorsport in number 31. So it will be interesting to see whether they do indeed form up side by side in terms of whether Ben Green's allowed to form up right next to Tregurtha, or whether they do indeed have to sit in their actual grid spot, which would effectively give Tregurtha the outside lane. Sim racing community, rise up. You love to see it. So through the S's they come, up towards the final couple of corners here. Then it's 30 minutes of racing action. Ben Green then looking to indeed increase his championship lead. Tregurtha, who has a huge opportunity. It looks like there is going to be that spot available. Then so P1 is just open. Tregurtha with a huge opportunity here then to try and get up into towards turn number 1, into the lead of this race. It is absolutely vital you get a good start here, because of course the run up towards turn number 3 is also huge as well. But Tregurtha will take us away. Around the final corner then, and now they're going to be waiting for that green light to indeed come on. It's round 8 of the DTM Trophy 2021, and already Michael Schrey then's trying to force the issue here. Michael Schrey is already up into what looks like P3. Yeah, he's got up to P3 here, and there's a beautiful start there. Tregurtha is going to be completely mugged off. Oh, a wide move there, unfortunately, by the BMW. I think that was Theo Uverhaus. So Uverhaus has moved up into P1. Uverhaus was started well back, so a hell of a start then for him. As we head up then down, well, up towards turn number 3, it is 3 wide then battling for P2, and it is very close indeed. Michael Schrey trying to make the absolute best of it. Through the middle he will go, and his camera angle is absolutely delightful. And as they head through turn number 3, everyone's got through nicely. A few cars being squeezed off, if you like. But what a start indeed it has been. Incredible stuff, absolutely incredible stuff here from everybody, and what a start from the front 6, 7, 8. So clean, super clean. They will get through nicely. But Stolschmidt has gone up into the lead of this race. Stolschmidt has just taken the lead of this race, taken the race by storm. It's an incredible start from him, come from absolutely nowhere. Stolschmidt started on the grid down in P9. He was P9 and he's managed to get up into the lead of this race. So I'm sure the race start will be looked at and under investigation, as it's just said. But ultimately, if it's a legal start, it's a phenomenal way of getting yourself into the lead of this race. So Stolschmidt leads, then Tregurtha is indeed in second spot as it stands. Then we've got Michael Schrey in 3rd position. So phenomenal from those drivers. And where did Ben Green filter in all this? He's P4, so drop down to P4. Then we've indeed got Uverhaus, Heinemann, Verdonk, Zimmer, Lerner. So Lerner's dropped down a little bit here. And everybody then just filtering into their single file line. But as we head then towards or through turn number 1, it is indeed Stolschmidt that still leads the way. What a race start it's been. Tregurtha, though, seems to have figured it out. Seems to have got himself onto the straight and narrow, because he is closing in now on that lead. Again, not going to be quite close enough to make a move here. Nico Verdonk looks like he's battling in the background with Jan Zimmer. Jan Zimmer has made the move, I think, and they've got Heinemann in front of them, which is a bit of a cork in the bottle as it stands. Looks like he's been mugged off into turn number 3. Actually, to Jan Zimmer just on the side here. There we go. So Jan Zimmer's trying to make the move here. The BMW, look at straight line speed advantage. As we come down in towards turn number 4, gets across Heinemann. So Heinemann cannot try and make the move back. Nico Verdonk trying to follow him through. Moritz Lerner then P9 in that medium marked car. Tregurtha has caught up to the race lead though, so Stolschmidt is now under a lot of pressure here. As we've got the sassy cam of DTM Trophy once again, coming up towards the double left-hander through the middle of this circuit. And then we head in towards the S's. That AMG is starting to purr here. Stolschmidt runs a little bit wide. He's going to be under pressure here. He's going to be under pressure for sure. Up towards the final couple of corners. Heinemann and Zimmer still side by side, by the way. Been side by side for pretty much the entirety of this lap here so far. Defensive move then from Stolschmidt, which means that Tregurtha cannot make the move towards the second to last corner. We saw yesterday Tregurtha try and make a move to the final corner and it cost him a drive-through penalty. But he's learned from his mistakes here. The car's just exited stage left there. Oh, and that's not good. That's Tim Heinemann. And Heinemann's just driven off. Heinemann's just driven off here. I'm not sure what's going on, but Heinemann has just literally decided to go off the left off the circuit. So not a good day for the Pro Sport Racing team. We still have no idea why Ortmann didn't start the race, but Heinemann is going to be out of this race as well. And Stolschmidt then has got the outside line. Tregurtha makes a move up the inside. And well, in his journey to try and get the lead of this championship back, he's back up into the lead. What a move that was then up towards turn number 3. You can see in the background Michael Schrey is also going to try and come through here as well. Stolschmidt all of a sudden is going to go down from P1. He's gone from P9 to P1, and now he's going to go from P1 to P3 in the case of 2 corners. Ben Green trying to follow them through as well. The front 4 could be covered by a blanket as it stands. They're so close, but Tregurtha finding a little bit of room to manoeuvre as we head them through the middle part of lap number 3. The front 4 are kind of close here. Theo Uberhaus being dropped ever so slightly. Jan Zimmer, Verdonk, Lerner, Rink, Fetzer up into P10. First weekend for him racing here. And Fetzer is having a nice old ding-dong here for sure. Oh, and Heinemann then just squeezed off there and run onto the grass. And I'm wondering, he must have damage. Must have damaged the car there. There's no room to come back onto the circuit. I wonder if he's damaged his suspension there and he just noticed it straight away. So here's the move then for the lead of the race. Tregurtha taking the inside line with the AMG as we see the heat haze here at the Red Bull Ring. And it was just a very comprehensive move in the end, and actually Stolschmidt running a little bit wide through there, which gave the opportunity for Michael Schrey to take up P2, and Julie, did he ever deliver that? Ben Green, no. Ben Green will see that Tregurtha now leads this race. It's going to make it very interesting in terms of the championship lead moving forward in this championship. Christopher Rink then trying to make a move on Lucas Mauron. They're going to be side by side then up towards turn number 3. Mauron is just about going to hold on here. Or Mauron is going to make the move, should I say. So Mauron comes through. Salon is dropping back there in the sister AMG of the race leader as well. And as we run then down through turn number 4, still the lead then for Tregurtha. And then he is followed by an absolute train of BMWs. What is it, 6 BMWs? From P2 down to P7. But still, they're being led by the AMG. As it stands, half a second as well. So as soon as he's got a bit of clear air, he's been able to just drive away. Moritz Lerner just trying to tag onto the back end. Nico Verdonk, P8 as well. We got this race start then. So of course Tregurtha starts. So there's Michael Schrey trying to make it 3 wide up the inside. Wow, Stolschmidt is just fired through. It doesn't look like he went early or anything. He just had so much pace. So that BMW, I don't know what it had for breakfast, but I think it might have been NOS. Yeah, you can see him. Yeah, it was a great start. It was just an unbelievable start, and everybody else jostling for position, trying to figure out where their space at the track works out, and they get the job done. So it runs off the circuit there. But ultimately, that's one of the best race starts ever. Again, there's so many cars running wide at turn 1. Kind of, it'd be a bit silly if everybody was to receive a penalty for that. You get yourself a warning for sure. Well, there's a souvenir. Wave to the fans. Always got to wave to the fans. Important part of the day, for sure. But yeah, Stolschmidt with an absolute worldie of a start, to be fair. David Herbert. They are long boys for sure. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yay. Jan Zimmer now trying to potentially make a move here on Uberhaus. I think Zimmer may have some serious pace here, ladies and gentlemen, making overtake after overtake after overtake. It's been very, very interesting to see him racing this weekend. He's shown his best form for sure here at the Red Bull Ring, which is always good to see. But still Tregurtha leading by 7/10 of a second. Michael Schrader in second. Remember, Tregurtha did not finish the race yesterday. Ben Green then is in fourth. I think Ben Green will look to try and get this move done as soon as possible. Stolschmidt just driving backwards at this stage with an incredible start. It's just not worked out. Yes, Ben Green with the opportunity then in the slipstream here. Stolschmidt's going to go defensive as they head then up towards turn number 1. Ben Green will pull out to the left, I'm pretty sure. There we go, opens up the corner. And again, he's just looking to now get the run up towards turn number 3. How could you exit here, Ben Green? It's very, very good indeed. Slipstreaming his way, then you can see the front two have got away because these two are indeed racing as hard as they are. And now can Ben potentially make a move up in towards the braking zone here? Maybe just quite not got the advantage here, of course, with that ballast in the car. Makes it more difficult. He's gone for the switch, as they say, as Crofty would say, the old swapperoo, the switchback. And again, not quite able to do so. But this is just costing them time. They are hemorrhaging time right now. Ben Green takes the outside line. Again, it's just not quite going to work out here. And I think that Michael Schrader might potentially be catching up to Tregurtha again. So Tregurtha may be starting to struggle here. 20 minutes left of this race. Plenty of time for it to indeed warm up and bubble up. So who are we watching and who are we supporting, ladies and gentlemen? Where are you watching from around the world? Get yourselves involved in the chat. As you can see here, a little bit of argy-bargy. It's almost just giving the BMW in front a little push through the corner. As we saw Maximilian Schmidt then in the Porsche, just running off into the kitty litter. Uverhaus there making a little bit of a mistake, which actually opened the door for Moritz Lerner. So Lerner's made a move on. Yes, he has. Lerner. Oh, no, he didn't get it done. So Lerner actually did lose back that position, unfortunately for him. Ben Green now a little bit further back than he was previously. Not going to be able to push him through turn number 1 this time. We've got black and white flag then for car 21 for track limits. That was Maximilian Schmidt. And then we've indeed got a black and white flag for car number 35, which is Dennis Fetzer. Lucas Mauron's in the pits. So Mauron comes into the pits here. And there is a problem then. There is a problem with the car. Christopher Rink has also got a black and white flag. That means it's a final warning, effectively. If they indeed do not respect track limits again, they'll receive a 5-second penalty. Florian Janitz now has got himself a black and white flag as well. So we've got Russell B watching from Los Angeles. Sprunk Drifting from the UK, rooting for green. Nice. From Australia for Doyley. Nice. Oh, as we've got a car off the circuit here. So what has happened there? And that was Uverhaus and Lerner. So Lerner dropping down the order, same with Theo Uverhaus. And what has gone on here then? Oh no. So we'd have to see that again, but looks like Lerner may have just pit maneuvered Theo Uverhaus. Oh, just a little bit late on the brakes there. And that's both of their races effectively over for the big points. Huge shame. Russell B from Los Angeles, nice. There is Moritz. That incident is under investigation, as you would expect. We've also got black and white flags now for car 23 and car 18. And yeah, that's a definite problem for the engine of that Audi, which is, again, very, very unfortunate. Still a lead though for Tregurtha, so 1.1 seconds. So he's able to just extend it out ever so slightly. He's having a good day, really, isn't he? So a very good day indeed. So yeah, David Gerban got himself a warning, as well as Florian Janitz that we'd already seen. But it's still the lead then for Tregurtha. Doing a stellar job right now. Michael Schrey 1.1 second behind. And then you've got this battle here, and all of a sudden Jan Zimmer, who again has been making overtake after overtake during this race, is now very close here. And well, he got a taste of the podium yesterday. He'll want some more taste of that champagne. That is for certain. So expect to see Jan Zimmer getting involved here for a potential overtake. Stolschmidt then just going defensive early, but then pulls up wide, realises he doesn't need to be that defensive, but makes a mistake, runs wide here, and Ben Green finally with that opportunity. No, maybe not actually. So we head down towards turn number 4. These three then still going at it. Bit of a ding-dong happening here. So we've got Lerner, Maron and Heinemann all out of this race. Theo Overhaus is in the pits. I think he might be the next driver to indeed join the retirement list, unfortunately for him. But this is the battle for the final podium spot. Michael Schrey just lost another couple of tenths of a second to Tregurtha, so Tregurtha is playing a very, very patient game here today, as Maron then is done and dusted today. He may not be happy with his race performance, but by God, he's got a hell of a head of hair. Around the final corner we go. And Stolschmidt is the cork in the bottle right now. Ben Green in that slipstream here. Again, he's just going to try and utilise turn number 1, try and square up Stolschmidt onto the apex. He's done it perfectly here. Ben Green then will have the momentum, I think. And a bit of slipstream to use here as well. Got to be careful if he makes the move and doesn't make it stick. He knows that Jan Zimmer is close enough then to take full advantage here, so it has to be clean, it has to be concise, and he has to get it done. Jan Zimmer now already close enough to make a move. A late move up the inside then by Green, had to back out of it, and there it is. Jan Zimmer says, thank you very much, I'll have that position. You didn't quite get it done, and now it's my turn to try and go after that podium. Right now, Jan Zimmer, for me, has been had an exceptional drive so far today. We will get our little unofficial vote for driver of the day as well later on in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, he's just been patient, waiting for his opportunities, picked his battles, getting the job done. So he, again, first ever podium yesterday. He's looking to get his second one in a row. Dylan Gallagher, flashing of lights is more, yeah, it's to distract them. I like to think they're just saying hello to each other, but that definitely isn't the case. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not a fan. But it is instant between Heinemann and Zimmer in turn 9. He's under investigation, I guess. We've got a black and white flag there for Stolschmidt, who's currently in 3rd position. So he's now got a warning for track limits as well. So Tregurtha, Schrey, Jan Zimmer, Ben Green, none of them have a black and white flag here. So they'll be hoping to put enough pressure on Stolschmidt to force him to run wide around here. Mugus, we love racing, don't we? I'm the same as you. I'm on board with that idea. I'm a big fan of racing. Well, off the circuit we go. So Jan Zimmer making a big mistake there, and that's, well, giving Ben Green the opportunity to get back involved here. Frantic stuff from the 3 BMW drivers. Jan Zimmer's trying to find a gap up the inside here, and he has found a... Oh, no, that's definitely not how I want to do it. Ben Green has just said, thank you very much, lads. You guys have your fight. I'm coming in. Nico Verdonck's just like, oh, come on. Oh, dear, that's not good. That is a broken wheel. That is a wobbly wheel. And if you've got any fillings in your teeth, you might need to get them fixed after this weekend. And unfortunately, who for me was going to be driver of the day, I was going to vote that for sure. Jan Zimmer, that was very messy there. Made a mistake, tried to rectify it by making a worldy lunge down the inside, and unfortunately did not work out. And that is going to be a retirement here. And that is 5 retirements in this race so far. Ben Green, though, he's going to say thank you very much. Incident between Zimmer and Stolschmidt under investigation, as you can imagine. So Tregurtha now leads by 2.4 seconds. Schraden in second spot. So here we go. We see that this is where we're going to see the mistake happen. So yeah, Zimmer's made a lunge up the inside, locks the front left. He runs wide into a different country. And then he comes back on frantically like, oh, I just want to hold on to my position. And yeah, uses the banking to his advantage to get, re-going. And then Stolschmidt had every right to defend the inside there. I think it's a late lunge, wasn't it? Them two having the contact, though, is just completely snapped the suspension of Zimmer's front left. And ultimately, that is all she wrote. Nico Verdonk, by the way, with the reactions of a cat, one of the older drivers in the championship, but you wouldn't have guessed it from those reactions. That's brilliant. And yeah, you're not going very fast with a wheel traveling sideways, unfortunately. So yeah, not the kind of racing you want to see. So Jan Zimmer up until this point had a flawless weekend. He'd been so impressive, but unfortunately not quite how he'd want things to be in this race. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. It's racing at the top level. They're trying to find every single gain they possibly can, trying to find every single point they possibly can, and mistakes do indeed happen. Stefan Cox, the latest driver with a black and white flag, and at this stage, if you don't have a black and white flag, are you a part of the cool gang in DTM Trophy? Probably not. Everybody needs to have that for their collection this weekend. So Tregurtha, though, still leading, 2.5 seconds. That's the big story here. Schrey is still in P2. Ben Green will keep hold of the championship lead. And it'll be by only a couple of points going into the next round, but ultimately Ben Green will still hold the championship lead as it stands. Michael Schrey now has got himself a black and white flag as well. Needs to be ultra careful. A 5-second penalty right now is going to lose him a couple of positions, so it's just about keeping it within the white lines now, making no little mistakes. Nico Verdonk, though, could he potentially throw a spanner in the works here? Salonen, by the way, the AMG driver, out of nowhere is up to top 7. Fetzer in his debut weekend is in the top 8. Janitz and Krahamer both looking down the barrel at a top 10 each. So lots of positives to be taken from drivers for sure. The point system is as follows. It's 25 points for a race victory, 18 points then for second position. It's 15 points for third. Then for fourth, it is 12. And then it's 10 for fifth. Then it is 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. So that is the point system there for anybody that was wondering. I did see someone ask that in the question. That was Ricky Szymanski Gaming. Yeah, that's the point system, bud. Hopefully that helps you out. So Rob Ball with Stolschmidt then. And Christopher Rink. So Christopher Rink finding some pace at the end of this. Salonen, by the way. Well, what's happened to Verdonk? Oh dear, Verdonk's retiring here as well. And the rear of the car. Was that part of the car that we saw being picked up off the track at the start of this race, and it's just been a problem that's got worse and worse and worse as the race has gone on? I am not too sure here. We'd have to see a replay, but yeah, Nico Verdonk now out of this race, and well, we've had so many retirements. And at this rate, just finishing this race is going to get you some points. So Michael Schrader then still P2. Remember, he is on a black and white warning flag as well, so one more track limits abuse and he will indeed find himself with a 5-second penalty. So he needs to be ultra careful. Ben Green now in behind him, as we are indeed going to go on board with the Pro Sport Racing Porsche. And that is a big old spin. Stefan Cox there getting an absolute freebie. And we get going again. And no one saw that, it's fine, we move on. So yeah, Nico into the pits here. Oh wow, look at the state of that tyre. Oh dear. Well, that is not ideal, that is a mess. Absolute mess. So still on board with Michael Schrader. And actually, we've got ourselves a time penalty for Maximilian Schmidt. He's got a 5-second time penalty for track limits abuse. First time penalty we've seen during this race. But yeah, he has got himself a 5-second time penalty. Gap between the leaders now, 3.8 seconds. Tregertha has taken full advantage of today. And that's what he had to do. Yeah, that's why I thought Lucas. I thought he lost the bumper at the start of the race. That was what's being picked up. And yeah, I don't know how that's caused the tyre to be such a mess, but ultimately we've got the retirement. Ben Green then trying to open up the middle sector here as best as he possibly can. The incident between Heinemann and Jan Zimmer has been referred to the stewards. So that was the incident coming down towards the final corner, which indeed resulted in the retirement of Tim Heinemann. Of course, Jan Zimmer no longer in the race as well. And Nico Verdonk there, not a happy Belgian. That is for certain. There's going to be a bit of an investigation into this. Oh, so here we go. Oh no. This is Cornerly. Having some fun with the corners by the looks of things. First weekend though for Cornerly. Hopefully we'll see them back. Someone we're definitely going to see come back is indeed our race leader Tregertha. So Tregertha in a great spot right now. Michael Schrader, of course, is in a very good spot as well. Tregertha just needs to keep it on the straight and narrow, same as Michael Schrader. No mistakes from here, and you are golden. The real battle, though, is for P4. Christopher Rink and Salonen have all closed up to the back of Stolschmidt. So Stolschmidt under a lot of pressure here, for sure, in the number 4 car. Because we're on board then with the number 91, Stefan Cox in P11. And we'll be hoping for one more retirement here to potentially get into the points. David Sherban, the Romanian. We had some Romanian fans here earlier. Make yourselves known in the chat, all of the Romanians, because right now Sherban is in the points. He's in the top 10. There we go, Thomas Kampener supporting Sherban. So Ben Green then, I think we'll take a podium. I think he'd be relatively happy with taking a podium. So with the ballast on the car as well, moves forward in the championship, all is good. These three are the top 3 in the championship as it stands anyway. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of today how close it is. 4.3 seconds there, Michael Schrader is in behind. He's not going to catch him, that's for sure, with only 3 minutes to go. Eileen Sava, I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is, well, congratulations. Still not done yet. Salonen still pretty close to Christopher Rink as well. 2.5 tenths behind Christopher Rink. They've dropped behind Stolschmidt, so they've been battling for sure. Tregertha, after such a disappointing day yesterday, oh boy, has he managed to put it right today. And again, like I said, he's championship leader for a reason. There's no reason to suggest that he was going to drop off or anything like that. He's got the talent, he's got the speed, and he's duly showed that. So we had a quick glance there at Michael Schraer. Now we're looking at Ben Green. I believe we're going to have 2 laps remaining. We're going to get 2 laps remaining of this race before we indeed get the last lap out. So there'll be 3 laps in total. They last the whole race, Ricky. Some, like the BMWs, tend to be a bit worse on the tyres than every other car, but they're a little bit faster in terms of the start of a stint. So it kind of balances itself out. And that's why you're seeing Salonen here absolutely flying at this stage of the race. He wants that top 5. Can the Finn get up to the top 5, though? That's the question. We've got this battle on. Are we going to see 2 AMGs in that top 5? Salonen just closing up here. The flashing of the lights just to say, hello, mate. How you doing? You all good? Yeah, same. Like, let's have some fun. Nothing more, nothing less. Not trying to put him off or anything like that. And the potential there for 2 positions is there. You can see there you go, the BMW just struggling to hold the line. And Salonen has got that inside line, got the overlap here. And as they head then all the way down in towards turn number 4, just doesn't have the poke in a straight line, unfortunately. But Salonen will be able to brake really late here. Not quite close enough to send one up the inside for sure. But again, if you keep close enough, you're forced a mistake here. Not able to hold a tight line at all now at this stage of the race is Christopher Rink. Can Salonen potentially steal a position here? It's going to be hard fought through the S's, and again, just able to take the S's so much cleaner here is Salonen. Looking so much better through at this stage of the race. As we will indeed do now have 2 laps remaining of this race. Tregurtha 4.8 seconds in the lead. Cornerly now with a black and white flag. Again, if you haven't got a black and white flag, you're not one of the cool gang. Salonen then just struggling again with the straight line speed here, but it's all about opening up turn number 1. Run out nice and wide here, get the run. You're better in terms of rotation right now. As you can see, the P2 as it stands, Michael Schraer off into the distance. And Salonen again, just not able to do this. 2 laps to go. This is the most hard-fought battle on circuit right now. Down in towards turn number 4, not quite close enough once again. Got to be patient though. As much as there's only 1.5 laps remaining, just be patient. Force that mistake just by being there. Keep in that rear mirror. Of course, if you want to flash your lights, but just force the mistake here. Again, through the double left-hander here, struggling for grip for sure, is Christopher Rink. As we see Michael Schraer then P2. We're about to head on to the final lap of today's race. We've got 2 corners remaining here. Tregurtha started the final lap of today's race. What a performance has been from him. Can we all have a little vote for driver of the day? Just type the driver's name in the chat, who you want to be driver of the day. It's unofficial, it's just a bit of fun for us on YouTube. So I can read your chat, I can read the chat here. Always nice to see who everybody enjoyed watching race today. Salonen then with an absolute flyer through turn number 1 this time. Tregurtha though already up in towards turn number 3. Now the long run down towards turn number 4. And there's Ben Green. Will be another podium for him. Then you've got Michael Schraer. And actually, I know there's a lot of the sim racing gang here. Ben Green actually has a sim rig that's made out of one of his old Ginettas that he used to race in. Fun fact for you, there's the shell of one of his Ginetta Junior cars. So that's a nice little fun fact for you all. That's his sim rig at home. So Will Tregurtha came into this weekend with the championship lead. And by the skin of his teeth, he's going to come out of this weekend with the championship lead. Through the S's then, 2 corners to go for the CPV Performance team. And down we come then towards the mobile Red Bull corner. And Will Tregurtha has put everything that happened yesterday behind him, and he will take the checkered flag here in the DTM Trophy. Race number 8 of the season, round number 4 here at Styria. Michael Stray then will take P number 2, and then Ben Green will indeed get that final podium spot. Salon then so close. He's not quite going to get the top 5, is he? No, he's not. It is going to be Stolschmidt P4. Christopher Rink just about holds on to P5. Salon then P6. Vetzer on his debut weekend takes P7. Janitz will get back into the points then. We've then got Krayhamer in P9, a double point score then for the KTM team. And then we've got David Zurban. The Romanian is going to get that final point, ladies and gentlemen. What a drive for the Audi driver. Superb stuff. Again, very popular point scorer for sure. But it's all about this driver here. Will Tregurtha has been absolutely phenomenal. So there you go, there's the checker flag being picked up by Tregurtha. And again, yesterday was such a disappointing day. Today, though, completely different. That's for sure. And I think we'll see once we get to the podium area exactly how much this means today. For sure. Sammy M. Morehouse, no worries. Absolutely no problem. It's my job, mate. I love it. Absolutely love it. The fact that I'm able to talk to you lot in the chat as well is a big testament to DTM. They let me talk to the YouTube chat and have a bit of fun. Which is always good. So there we go. Will Tregurtha does pick up the victory. Michael Stray second. Ben Green in third. There's your podium. Stolschmidt, Christopher Rink, Salomon are indeed your next 3 drivers. Fetzer, Janitz, Krayhamer and Zurban will round out your points finish. Stefan Cox then will finish in 11th. Schmidt in 12th. Hoffman in 13th. And then Cornely, the final finisher, in 14th. Everybody else, unfortunately, was a DNF. So now it's time for the podium ceremony, guys. I'll let you watch this, and then we'll be back with the official standings in the championship.
Gratulation und ja, wunderbar schaut das Ganze aus. 4 glückliche Menschen oben auf dem Podium. Und nun würde ich sagen, meine Herren.
So for you, Dylan, I've just got the calendar up for you. So basically, we've actually got 6 races left to go this season. We indeed are heading to Assen in the Netherlands next. Then we've got Hockenheim, and then we've got the rescheduled no-rise ring later on the year to be the end of the season. So yeah, that is what is going to be happening for the rest of the season. 6 races to go. We're over the halfway point now of this 14-round championship, and what a championship it's been so far. We have got 2 drivers really battling it out, haven't we? And you can see them there. They know this is going to be a hard-fought championship. Last season, Tim Heinemann kind of run away with things. It's not the case this season. Will Tregurtha and Ben Green are going to be going at it for the entirety of the season. And I, for one, cannot wait for it. Super excited to be involved with all of this. But yeah, hopefully you lot have all enjoyed the commentary today. You've enjoyed the races. And indeed, we look forward to the rest of the season, that's for sure. So there's some nice slow-mos here then of Ben Green, who did indeed finish in 3rd spot today. and then Michael Schrey, and then Tregurtha, Will Tregurtha. Finishing with P1. So there it is, Ben Green, third position in today's second race. Michael Schrader does indeed finish up with a second spot. But the winner, Will Tregurtha. Well, I'll see you next time out then. We'll see you at September the 17th to the 19th in Assen in the Netherlands.